All right, so I am live now on TikTok as well as on YouTube. And my face is looking oily. I'm doing okay. It's been a good day. No complaints. No complaints. So I'm glad that the unfortunate thing about going to the ER, if you get seen right away, is because you are virtually getting, potentially, not doing well. So at least if you want to call it, the only caveat is the fact that you are well enough to have to be there all day. But thank you so much. I thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. YouTube, if you are here, I am back live. What's good, YouTube? Thank you so much. So, Nurse Council, let me tell you, I people get caught up in our hair so much, and I don't know why. I posted a video off on YouTube, and they were concerned that I wasn't. Thank you, attending physician. Concerned that I wasn't wearing my natural hair, so therefore I'm a racist because I'm not wearing my natural hair. And I'm kind of like, you know what? First of all, this texture hair grows out of our heads. People need to be worried about what they need to worry about. They worry about the wrong things on here. So because they had nothing else to come back for is what the issue was. On person clinicals. Wait, what do you think about online LV and RN classes with in person? Oh, I think that's fine. I taught in one. I taught in a program that was well, it wasn't online. They took classes because of COVID, though they had to go to online. I think that's fine. As long as you have clinical, it's fine. My concern is when you don't have clinical. That's it. So nurse K, yeah. So I was getting all kinds of like, oh, and then they told me I was yeah, they mad about my hair. Well, the hair that I wear whatever day I'm wearing it. So they're mad about the hair. They told me I was bleached. So okay, let me give you the backstory on this. So I post a lot of videos on this March thing that's coming up, right? Um, Okay, thank you, attending physician. You said popped in, back to work, may pop back in. Okay, attending physician, appreciate you. So basically, what it is I made a video on YouTube regarding the march that's coming up, and I just simply posted my thoughts on it. Right. So here comes now, mind you, on YouTube, I mainly have a minority or BIPOC following mainly, but this one video that I posted now it has 1800 views, and majority of the comments were from known, not say known, but people who clearly has an agenda or something else. And they were concerned about, like, okay, well, since they had nothing else to come back on, they were like, okay, well, your hair, you're a racist because you don't care about who you are. You're being hypocritical because you're worried about racism, but yet you trying to make yourself look like you're different. What does that have to do with how you treat people? First of all, they said I skin bleach my skin. Do they not realize that we all get lighter in the wintertime? All of us get lighter in the wintertime. So compared to my summertime pictures, yes, I am lighter, but we all get lighter in the wintertime, right? And then it's like their hair doesn't grow out your head. Guess what? I wear my hair, anybody else's hair. So I'm very proudly to wear my own hair or anybody else's. It's never been an issue for me. So anyway, so they have nothing else to come for me for because they know I'm right about the issue. So when they can't say anything about the issue, they tend to charge the way you look to try to put you down, but it brings them down as a result. You said they do not know how stressful it is to style hair before clinic. No, they don't. They don't. Which is reason why. Let me tell you. Which is the reason why I wear wigs and things like that. On the weekends, I will wear my natural hair. Not this weekend. I wear my natural hair because I have time to do it. Anybody who has hair, who has 4B, 4C hair, it takes time to do your hair. I don't have time to do hair every morning, especially when I go to work. So I just throw something on and keep it moving. Here, that's appropriate, right? Thank you, Kenjin RN. I appreciate you. But people always got something negative to say, and that's just kind of how it always is. Yeah, I even got so Cookie. I even got this one. They said, "Well, how's there racism exist when you got a whole doctorate? What does me having a doctorate mean that there's still not racism?" That's what one commenter said. There's no racism because you have a whole doctorate. That's how ignorant people are. I said, you know what, y'all need some help. Y'all need some help. That's the best you can come with. That's the best you can come with. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, well, That not that I didn't go through some oppressions trying to, and then I was told that I was the oppressor. When I tell you, people who are ignorant, yeah, the people do well. They're actually they were actually commenting because they had nothing else to comment on when I made a certain video regarding my thoughts on the certain marches coming up. And this is before the changes have been made. The video was made before the changes have been made. It was real time based on what was going on with, the changes and whatnot. So with that being said, that video was made before we have made before the name change happened, before the agenda got changed, all that. So they were just trying to, they had nothing else to come on. They had nothing to come on, so they want to attack what you look like. That's all. That's typically how they do it though. Um, I sure did. I worked very hard to get my doctorate. Nobody gave me that. Nobody gave me that. So I don't know. She again, they just say anything. You said you're stunning, and I'm very much enjoying your thoughts on things. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So no, not I wouldn't. I don't need a personal reading on here, but I appreciate your offer though. So yep, it's always something. Always something. Your hair has a whole name, huh? So you said you can't fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Thank you so much. You said your gorgeous people are dumb. They are. They are. And the thing is, I don't either. I have I proudly wear my natural hair. I do. I probably wear my natural hair. Y'all have seen that. I proudly, do I look like, again, I don't skin bleach. This is the color I am. I'm a caramel complected girl, woman. And if people don't realize that we all get lighter in the wintertime, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. We all get lighter in the wintertime. So I'm very much lighter than I am in the summertime, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I don't want to fight either. I don't want to fight either. We don't have time. We don't have time. We just don't. We have to get up and we have to go. So, if you have kids and stuff like that, oh, what they say? Yeah, because they will. What did they say? Hold on, let me get it together. Oh, I ignored that one. I saw that. I saw that. When it comes to my lives, I either ignore them or I will block them. So they will be the trash will take itself out usually. But when it comes to my videos, I will respond back in the video. But people like this, they're not bothering me because the thing is they're not getting the attention that they need. We have so many people who are lackluster, who need attention. That's a problem. But thank you though. You've been looking into my transition program, trying to stay far away from my current. Understood. Understood. But yeah, when you had mentioned those LP and the RN programs, online is fine as long as make sure it's accredited. So look for make sure it's accredited, and then also make sure that you um it's the NCLEX pass rate. Look at those two things. No matter what program it is, look at those two things: accreditation and NCLEX pass rate. That will tell you all you need to know. And then I would look at some reviews too. While you at it, look at some reviews too. See what other people think. He said, "Who acting up in here?" Oh, I don't know who it was because I wasn't even paying them no attention. I don't know who it was, because I wasn't paying them attention. But they evidently gone because they ain't said nothing else because they didn't get any attention. Um, I appreciate you. So you and Nurse Connor. So Nurse Connor, when he had made a video, he said, before y'all go over there, make sure that you understand that you cannot be fragile. Because I don't play that. I do not play that. Like you can't and then they want to come back and get mad because of the fact that, you say something back and now you the bad person. That's what kills me. You think you can come say something to somebody, but then somebody say something back to you that you now I'm the bad person because you don't know how to act and I'm gonna go ahead and set you straight. People think that we're not the one. And Cookie, let me tell you something. People want to come play for us or come act like, they don't understand. We have ancestors. We have ancestors. That's what people don't understand. Come mess with us and our ancestors will come back for you. We do not play that. We don't. I mean, I know y'all probably felt it in your spirit where your grandma done came back or whatever, where somebody got taken care of real quick. Yeah, our ancestors don't play about us. They don't. So y'all come mess with us if you want to. You come with messing with somebody's children and see what happens. We are usually very spiritual beings. We don't play about that. And then there's some people who will, they very spiritual too, and they'll do some things to you, and so I'm not that kind of person, but I am trying to say that you don't want to play with people like us. You just don't. You just don't. So yeah, people gonna realize you come for the wrong one, you're gonna get talked to. So anyway, but was it four of a kind? Hopefully hopefully whatever program you find, like I said, just find one that is going to be um I don't either. You said your money, your child. I don't either. I don't play about my money. That's what I got to add to it. The money. I don't play about my nursing students. I don't play about my people, myself, and of course, like you said, money and my kids. The kids right there. You come after my kids, you're done. Thank you. You like to cool hair. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, four of a kind. So you know what I'm talking about. You just came back from the craft beer festival. Did you ever yes, it's a wig. Did you ever look at your scores? Did you ever look since you done came back from the craft beer festival? Did you ever look at your scores to see what they are yet? Since you've been drinking a little bit? But yeah, people think you crazy when you talk about your native. Yes, we don't play about that. The answers will come back for you. You say you want no answers after you. I don't blame you. Good evening. How are you doing, Leo? Oh, it's 48 hours. Okay. Okay. I thought that's why you were trying to, kind of trying to get yourself built up for it to look at your scores. So that's tomorrow then. I think 48 hours would be tomorrow, right? So that means you can tell us tomorrow how you did. Thank you. You so gorgeous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm kind of oily right now, but thank you. Yes. Hey Nurse Connor. I was just talking about you, Nurse Connor. Yes, Buffalo took the NCLEX yesterday, and he is waiting, or he or she, they are waiting. I'm sorry, I don't know which one you are, but they are waiting to find out what their results are, and they will find out tomorrow. I think 48 hours to be tomorrow because they took the test yesterday. So tomorrow we will find out about our scores. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, I'm sure that he did great, and he will find out his scores. He just came back from the what you say from the beer festival, so craft beer festival. So I thought he was drinking a little bit just to kind of get his nerve up to look at the scores, but we'll find out tomorrow. Hey, how are you doing? Dr. Winus, how are you doing? He told us he's a he. Yeah, we feel like he did great. He said that test was some things on that test he ain't never seen before. Nurse Connor, someone was oh yeah, Buffalo, you're gonna have to tell BKP how you felt about that test, that exam. He wasn't really ready for what was on there. So Nurse Connor, we were talking about how there was somebody who said something crazy earlier in the comments a few minutes ago, and someone said y'all don't want to come for her because um, she gonna get you. Well, she paraphrasing gonna get them together real quick. And I said, yeah, I said it was so bad that Nurse Connor had to put a whole disclaimer in his video about me. So it was funny about that. Like I said, he had to put a whole disclaimer in there so people will be warned about, like I'm not the one you want to come for. Like I'm not the one because I will get you all the way together. And Nurse Connor was just talking about how on YouTube I posted a video about that said march. And this march it was posted before it was posted before. Right, I'm not the one. And it was posted before the name change. It was posted before the new agenda, but they put the new agenda together. And people, now mind you, my audience on YouTube is a BIPOC audience primarily. Primarily. You will be, if you looked at all the comments, you will see all the hate in the comments. They all came and when they were saying some ugly stuff. And I went back and replied to every last one of them. Plus, I made a video that I'm going to post that's going to expose them for their racist antics. And they're not going to be ready for that. Right. He said you don't need to come for me unless I send for you. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not the one you want to come mess with. I said, because if you do mess with me, my answers to come for you. Um, so you don't play with people like us. We don't play with his people. You don't play with his people. Well, the thing is, they didn't get the memo. Nurse Connor, they don't be getting the memo. They don't get the memo that she ain't the one. And the thing is, before, let me tell you what I do. I'll listen to people's videos in general, and then I'll go to their other videos and just kind of see how they are. Like Nurse Naya, as an example. Like, don't y'all come for Nurse Naya? She ain't gonna be playing. You say something crazy. If you go watch any of her videos, you know that you don't want to be exposed. So like, don't start stuff. Don't start. No, won't be none. So it's kind of like there's certain people you have to realize you can't mess with like that because they're gonna come back for you. Then y'all come back with this, that y'all upset about this fragility and stuff like that. We don't play that. You said I'm very white skin all around. So when I do my native rituals, people just think I'm playing around. Keep on doing them rituals and they see if you playing. But they gonna learn that you're not playing. You said Nurse Night will put you on blast and you won't like it, right? But the thing is, I know that about her. I wouldn't go to her page start stuff if I know that about her. Like that's what I'm saying. They go and start stuff with me, then get mad at me because I done came back for them. They they sure do. Nurse Maya don't play. You said y'all pray for him. You said you'll pray for him. I mean, it be like that. Like I'm not meek and mild. I don't start nothing though. Um, right. I don't go start. I don't go looking for anything. But her name is not okay. So I happen to like Nurse Nia, but I already know that if I better come over there, I better come with some receipts and come correct. You said we don't start fights, we end fights. That's right. Won't start none, won't be none. And then I've been told time and time again by these people that I need to end racism. I need to end all these issues. Like, no, I didn't create the issues. So why would I end them? Well, then you need to do your part to, they said that you need to do your part to a movement for your own cause. And I said, you know what? I am doing my movement for my own cause by calling the white supremacists out. And that's what I did. Made a whole video I'm about to post on YouTube, I think tomorrow after I edit it. They're gonna get it together. Like, okay, you're gonna realize you can't come up here talking crazy. I'm not gonna talk back. I'm not like Michelle Obama. I haven't gotten to that point yet of you go low, they go low, you go high. I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet. I haven't matured to that part yet. I'm still petty. Like, nope, I'm gonna match your energy. Come over here if you want to. You say you're looking so good. How was your day? It was a good day. It was a good day. I had my lunch. I ate well. It was a good day today. No complaints. You said we need a real educated nurse. Yeah, on TikTok. Right, right. And I'm a big component of education. Y'all know that I'm a big into education and of nurses, of all nurses. I don't have, I want to teach everybody. That's not an issue. But the thing is, we have to deal with our issues fundamentally, our internal issues fundamentally. And I think that's the issue that I have. And people watch that video, and even in my video on YouTube, I said, you all do whatever you want to do. And then I was told that I was telling people what not to do. I can't make you not go or to go. I can't stop anybody from doing something like that. These people are the most ignorant people that I have ever seen. Like, you can't sit there and say, you can sit there and take one part of the message, but not the rest of it. You said they think you're playing. You said knock a chip off my shoulder was the. You said right. BKP, let's clean our own house first. I literally said that in my video. Like, we cannot stand united unless we clean our house first. You can't expect anybody else to respect you if you don't respect you. So, I got more comments over there saying the same thing they were saying over here. Well, this is not the time to talk about that. Okay, no, but you saying this is not the time. And I thought about Nurse Connor exactly when I read that message. This is not the time to talk about that. So when is the time? And I thought about Nurse Connor, and I can hear him in my mind saying, you're basically telling them to be patient and wait, meanwhile while they're being abused every day. I literally thought about his video when that person said that. So like, maybe at a different time we can talk about that. Like, okay, just because you said it nicely, don't change the narrative that you're a racist ally, because you can't be in the middle. That's what people don't understand. You can't have it both ways. Either you are a ally for the racist, or you are an ally for BIPOC. You can't have it both ways. You can't be in the middle. Silence means you're an ally. If you're silent, that means you are a ally for the racist narrative, and that's what people don't understand. That you are an ally either way. So which side do you want to be on? So all these people talking crazy. Um, yes, you said you posted a video about allyship today. I need to go back and rewatch that video. I watched part of it, and then somehow I got off. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and rewatch that video. Because people don't understand what that means. I'm not here for, yeah. People don't understand, like, okay, you are ally, you claim you are ally, but you don't want to talk about nothing in public. You want to keep things in private. That's not how this works. Uh-uh. Thank you, Nurse Life. I'm back. I'm back with the vengeance this time. Though I'm talking crazy. If somebody talk crazy today, because I done went and read like 60 something negative comments on YouTube about a video that I posted. So I'm on it today. Can't be sitting the fence, right? You said MLK had a lot to say about the white moderate, but people didn't want to listen to that, to all that. Right, right. From what I understand, for Forvacon, the march is still on. I heard that the original. Now, if anybody knows in the comments, go ahead and correct me. But I heard that the march, the name has changed now, so the name is not Millionaires March anymore. It has changed. Also, the racism has been added to the agenda. There are 4 now. I have heard that Veronica got her spot back and she's now running it again. Also, her and the other person, Sandy, whoever, that they split ways, and supposedly Sandy's doing her own event, I guess, or march or whatever happens to be. That's what I heard. So if anybody has anything different, please put that in the comments and let me know. Let us know. Be patient and wait, but come fight for us first. Yes, Dark Wine, and that's my issue. That's my issue right there. Like, okay, they have kept on saying in my comments all over on YouTube. Y'all don't watch my YouTube channel, go watch that one over there. The my link is in the for my YouTube is in the bio. You'll see that little YouTube link, and it's the very first video. My thoughts on the Millionaires March. Keep in mind that when the video was made, that's the title. That was the title of the march, or the name of the march, shall I say? So, yeah. And I simply said in that video, I know y'all don't agree with this, and I simply said, you all do what you want to do. It's fine either way. I don't care either way. But then I went to state my opinion. Go read those comments over there. You see, they actually more hateful over there than they was over here on TikTok. So I had to get them all the way together. Plus, I made a video, which I'm going to post, edit, and post tomorrow, that address every last one of them. Plus, I have screenshots of their stuff. And I said, let me be a nurse Naya, and find out where these people live. I will submit all these screenshots to these employers, and they're gonna see then that I'm not one to mess with. They're gonna see real quick I ain't the one to mess with. So let me do some investigative work like Nurse Naya do. And let me tell you, I got screenshots, every last one of them. So they want to go back and try to delete it now. Too late. Too late. You better watch what you put on social media. Watch what you put on some social media. So but yeah, they want us to fight for theirs. Nurse Life says, I enjoy hearing you talk back. Thank you so much. When's the time? The time for the march? Is that what you're talking about? Right. It's your fault if you could. The thing is, do your research. Dr. Winans, let me tell you something. I'll be the first one to admit I was on board with everything until I saw the date and start digging and did some research. That's the point. When we start doing research, do some research before y'all start following people and following things. Y'all, what I call sheep nurses. Before y'all start following things, do your research first. I was the first one to admit that I was gonna be part of that. Then I'm like, how I look standing up there on the date of Florence's birthday, and they're saying, we ain't got nothing to do with her birthday. Racism was back in, what she say, 1600. I said, we still have racism in 2022. What you talking about? These people are crazy over there. And again, a hit dog will holler. Y'all know I say that all the time. A hit dog will holler, which simply means that if it don't impact you, you really don't have nothing to say about it. It don't phase you. But anytime it phases you, you will hear people get in their comments and their feelings. Forvacon says she don't play either. She says she got her some things that she do to get it together. I don't blame you. Let people talk crazy if they want to. Okay, so on Forvacon, Miss Florence. So Florence Nightingale, she was born in 1820, and she basically was considered to be the mother of modern day nursing. That's what she's tagged with. There were other pioneers of nursing, but her latest in terms of her basically infection disease control, her data collecting, what we do in terms of infection disease, washing hands, sanitization. I can't say the word. Those are things that she has coined with I won't say embedding, but creating. However, the truth is Mary Seacole had already did all that stuff. She just took it from her. So that's fraudulent, which is what a lot of the things in history are done. A lot of things are done by Black creators, but because they didn't have the money to patent it, or once the patent people came and saw that they were minorities, they wouldn't give them the patent. So therefore, a Caucasian person would come and steal their idea and go get it patented, and then they get the benefit of it all. That's what happened with when it comes to sanitization. I can't say the word. Um, Hand washing and what we call she kept it's called record keeping, what she called, but it's also in our way called charting documentation. She is coined with all that. And though she may have did some of those things, she was someone who has been said that she did not want ethnic minorities and men in nursing. She blatantly said that she wanted the homogeneous of the race to be what it is, to look like them. And so she talked about, in terms of the indigenous, in terms of how they were less than, that, that if they were to die, well, people have to die anyway, kind of thing. They aren't supposed to get sick anyway. They're going to get sick, but they will get sick in a different rate than, say, the um non-indigenous, in how do you say it, indigent, you know the word I'm looking for, people. And so with that being said, it was just known that she didn't, so we have a whole this whole thing about who she was, but again, nobody wants to talk about who she was not. And that's just pretty, general about it. There is an article that you can look up called The Nurse with the Lamp, The Racist with the Lamp, or something like that. The Racist with the Lamp, The Nurse with the Lamp. Type that in Google, you'll see an article that will come up that talks about her and what she did more specifically. But I kind of gave you an overview about what's on that article. But yeah, she was basically one of the nurses during the Crimean War, and she took care of soldiers when they were, wounded. And Mary Seacole came, and basically to work alongside with her, and she shut her down. Mary Seacole would be considered to be a nurse practitioner in our time period. And Florence was not that. Okay. Florence was not a nurse. She was a nurse, but she was not a nurse practitioner at that level. But in her time period, Mary Seacole would be the equivalent of a nurse practitioner today. So she would have been above Florence in terms of education and all that and what she could do. But of course, Florence wasn't going for that. She wanted, what she wanted. And so that's the gist of who she was. But again, go look up that article. You'll find out more about her. You see, the first thing that I did was look up who the march was organized, who organized the march, and we have to do our yeah. See, I hadn't always thought like that in terms of what we needed to look up, but I did. Once I made some connections, when I saw the date, and I realized, that date looked familiar. That birthday looked familiar, and I put two and two together right then and there. I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this. So then you want us to stand united on a day of a known racist? And again, many people do not know her history. So I will give them credit for that. Many people do not know Florence's history. And since they do not know her history, I thought I would take the time to enlighten some people about her history. Now, you can do the research for yourself. I'm not here to sit there and dispute, what she did do. But the fact that she's a racist and a bigot, that in itself is an issue to me. And so, with that being said, like, no, I'm not going to celebrate something like that. I'm not going to stand united on something like that when you all want to silence us and tell us we can't talk about something because now is not the time. Then when is the time? And so there was a lot of that went on over in YouTube in terms of my comments over there. And when I tell you it was ugly and people said some very hateful things, like I'm skin bleaching, that, they told me I'm skin bleaching because of my skin tone. I'm like, we all get lighter in the wintertime, simpletons. We all get lighter. All of us get lighter in the wintertime. I'm not wearing my natural hair, which I wear my natural hair sometimes, and I wear whoever else hair I want to wear two other times. It don't make a difference. That has nothing to do with racism in nursing. So they started deflecting, as they always do. When they have nothing to go on, they attack your character and they start to deflect and say, okay, but this, but that. No. Let's stay on the task. Let's stay on task. But anyway, that video was posted a week ago, but now things have changed since then. So now we have a new name. We also have a new is added to the agenda. The significance of the date is the fact that, so the date of the march is May 12th. Florence Nightingale's birthday is May 12th, 1820, mind you, but it's still her birthday. They put it now, mind you, Nurses Week is a whole week, right? Nurses Week is a whole week. So people say, well, they put it at the end of Nurses Week because that's around when Nurses Week is usually celebrated. I get that. And honestly, the person who decided to do it on her birthday may not have known that was her birthday. So I will give them credit for that. But the thing is, if you are a deep thinker, you're like, okay, so we're going to do something on a known racist birthday and you asking us to stand in solidarity. Does that even make sense to y'all? So like, okay, so then when we go and address the issues that we have as part of the BIPOC community, I don't say we're being silenced, but we are told that, oh, now is not the time to talk about that. But yet you want us to stand for your agenda, but yet you don't want to include us. Our agenda doesn't matter. And the truth be told, like Nurse Connor and others have said, if you are treating your BIPOC nurses like that, then imagine what they're treating the patients like, the BIPOC patients like. So that's the significance of the date. Um, is the fact that it's her birthday and the fact that we are going to do this. And if they have their own agenda, do their own thing, that's fine. But they want your BIPOC numbers because they want you to stand. They want you to have create change in number. But then when it's all said and done, the day is over, the march is over, we all go back to work. We gonna all still have them same racist issues that we've been having, racism issues that we've been having every day. But yet, just like, oh well, we'll get to that later. No, if we're gonna go march, let's discuss everything at one time. Let's go ahead and talk about all the issues that we got. Let's just talk about all the issues. Why we got to pick and choose which ones we're going to talk about. So that was the issue that I had, is the fact that nobody wanted to talk about the other issues. Let's be all inclusive. You want to be very selective. We're only talking about three. Okay, you can't add a fourth one since you going up there. Go ahead and get everything aired out. Do we expect Congress to change race issues? No. The point is, you want us to stand united. So people are not smart enough to say, okay, you know what? We do need to stand united, but yet you won't do that behind closed doors. And then they would have continue with this narrative that we as black people and minority people need to change the racism. We didn't create it, so we don't change it. I don't create racist issues. I don't create racism. They did. They have to change it. We don't. Now it's up to us to accept the change. If someone comes at us in a different way and shows that they're truly whatever they are, that's up to us to accept it or not. But no, we don't have to go out there and create nothing. The only thing I'm doing is bringing awareness to it and calling people out on it. That's what I'm doing. Because there's people out here who want to remain silent because they want to be like, okay, well, I really want to get in the middle of that, but I am a part of that, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to be part of it. No, you either on one side or the other. Period. You can't pick sides. You said my mind changed real quick after some research. Mine too. You said been engaged all week. Yeah, it's been a rough week, ain't it? I mean, Dr. Wine is, I'm kind of like, you know what, y'all up here. You said Malcolm X warned about white liberals. Yep. We need to be marching for changes against nurse abuse staffing ratios. I agree with that, but I mean, we also need to add racism to it because what's the issues that we have? Um, that's the issues that we have in addition to abuse and safe staffing ratios. And let's keep in mind, this is not the first time we've marched. This is not the first time we've marched on safe staffing. Nothing has changed. Now, California has theirs, but keep in mind, this is not the first march on safe staffing ratios. We've been marching for years in the exact same location for the exact same thing. And again, like I tell y'all, marches in itself do not work. You have to, it gets you attention. It gets you attention, but they don't work. You have to hit them in their pockets. And I said this earlier. Anybody still hear from earlier? I said, you got to hit them in their pockets. Don't nobody care about no march. You have to hit them in their pockets. Think smart. Y'all working too hard. Date is this thing I looked and a permit secured. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. That's what they want to do. That's fine. Just like anybody has the right to go or not to go, you can make the choice based off of that. But I am glad that they added, racism to the agenda. Hey, Caramel baby, how are you doing? You said the cap is for travel nurse pay. Pay needs to increase across the board. That's true. That's 100. That's 10,000% true. That is true. That's very true. Yeah, we need pay. I mean, because you got people, but the thing is, keep in mind, it's your CEOs who are making the money. They're making millions of dollars per year, coming in doing a 7 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5 kind of job, Monday through Friday, no holidays, no weekends, no night shift, and you getting paid $18 to $30 an hour, depending on where you live. And you appear the one who has to work all these extra shifts and all that other stuff. So I agree with you. We need. I'm just saying we need to be all inclusive. No, they said the date hadn't been changed. You said, so when I make this a big deal in the East Coast, it's an issue. What do you mean? If you want to talk about it, be about it, right? Nurse Connor is here. I'm not sure if he talked about that or not. Oh, I see what we got. We got some trash in here. Okay. Jade is not capable of making sense. We can see that in his comments. He's not capable of making any sense. So I like to go ahead and take the trash out because what we don't I don't do that here. Let me go ahead and take the trash out. Jade, you can remove yourself if you choose to, but if not, I'll go ahead and help you out there. Yeah, I went ahead and took the trash out on that one. So Jade is gone. We don't have time to entertain people who can't who lack intellect. He said that's right. That's right. I took the trash out. Um Sure was. Sure was. But you know what? I went ahead. I'm not gonna stand for that. So we're gonna go ahead and um take the trash out. I don't deal with that on live. Like, I will let anybody say what they want to say in terms of something that's respectable, and you want to learn and be engaged, because you can have differing opinions. The point is, are you actually adding to the conversation or taking away from it? And he was clearly, or they were clearly taking away from it. So we're gonna go ahead and take the trash out. That's what we do. Waste management. I like that. Yes. Waste management. Yes. Oh, are you? You said you're telling your dean that you don't want to do the pledge of your spending ceremony. That's wonderful. I need um I need to actually address that at my own school. It's a HBCU, so I need to address that at my own school as well. That we're not going to do that. I don't think it's in our best interest to do the pledge, or that one anyway. So we need to create something on our own or whatever we want to do, but that one's not the one that we need to be doing. So that's good. Have you heard back yet, Lady K, or is it something you plan to do? Okay, so let's say okay, good, good. I'm glad that you all are fighting for that. Good. How did y'all do that? Did you do a petition? Did you send an email? How did y'all go about that? Because I really I'm interested in doing the same. Um, I'm gonna bring it up at our faculty as a faculty person, I'm bringing it up in our faculty meeting. But how did you go about doing that? Did y'all send an email, sign a petition? Okay. So you wanna so when you do that, you want to still working on it. Okay. So you when you do that, you want to present it in a professional way. You said I literally said up in the comments that I get people who ignore my native heritage person. I believe that, for Vacan. But what you need to do is, Lady K, is y'all need to get together, make sure it's professional, however you do it. Whether it be an email, it needs to be something though. Don't like do one email, or it needs to be something that has a um it needs to be a something I was gonna say. It needs to be some kind of email, something that's going to be you need a paper trail is what I'm trying to say. You always want a paper trail. No, if you do your research, you will understand why she's a racist. So if you're someone who, I'm not sure if you are in support of Florence or against Florence, whatever your thing is with her, that's perfectly fine. But it's been well established that her being a racist has nothing to do with her light, her lantern light. Right, a paper trail. We got to have a paper trail. So, Lady K, you got to have a paper trail. Whatever you do, put it in writing. You're welcome. Oh, who? Okay, who are we talking about? Florvicon, who are we talking about? Because was somebody say something about you being white? I was agreeing with you when we are talking about our native. You were talking about how our ancestors don't play. I don't. I'm with you on that. You right. Who said something about you being white? I missed that part. Hey, Abby, how are you doing? He said, "Why you chart?" Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. BKP. No, I was just trying to figure out like what. So about the lantern. No, she's not. She's somebody else may think she's racist because of a lantern. It's not that, but no, she has a lot of history. Oh, Jade. Okay, Jade. Okay, yeah, that's the trash. We took him out. Oh, I'm slow. Okay, Forbicon, I'm slow. I'm slow. BKP, I'm slow. I missed that. I'm sorry. So yeah, I took him out. I took the trash out. Okay, I'm with y'all now. I'm a little slow. Yeah, I got y'all now. I'm with you because I'm like, who said all this? Because I missed something. Yeah, I took the trash out. He gone or they're gone, whatever they are. They're gone. Hey, Miss Juanita, how are you doing? I took that trash out really quick once I realized what they were doing. Once I realized what they were doing, I definitely took that trash out. YouTube, y'all have anything to say about the topic? How are you doing, Miss Juanita? You said you're great. Good. Me too. Me too. It's been a long day, but good. What's been new with you? What's been new? No, ma'am. Four of a kind, no, ma'am. And hey, Kish, I have not seen you in for like forever. How are you? Is it Kishay? How are you doing? I have not seen you in for. I ain't been live forever either. But how are you? No, I do not. Four of a kind, to be honest with you. No, because and the reason why I know that is if you were to go, I'm not telling you to subscribe or nothing like that. Why I say that if you go to my YouTube channel and you watch the latest video and then read the comments, you will understand why it will never change. Because we as nurses don't even want to accept. Now, hopefully, if we do better teaching our children, but the thing is, we have to acknowledge within ourselves what's going on. And I think some people think that being silent is okay, that means that you are not contributing to the cause or to the issues, but you are contributing to the issues when you remain silent. So I think that is that kind of misnomer that people think that when that's not the case. So I don't think it's going to be anything changed. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so you just started school, so you're tired. When did you start? You started this past August? I'm in August. This past January? I know you're tired. I mean, shoot, we all tired. Um, it's called the Nurse Lounge. If you go to the bio, you will see the icon for the Nurse Lounge right there. You just click on that bio, it takes you straight to the channel. So that way you ain't got to do no looking. It's called the Nurse Lounge, but it's over there though. And the video that I'm talking about that I've been referencing this whole night was about, at the time the name was different, but what my thoughts were on it initially at that point in time, and I still have some of the same sentiments, even though they have added um, but what since they added racism to it, oh, good for you. So last month, good, yeah, January, good for you. What program are you in? A BSN or a ADN, LPN? What did you decide to do? So I think the issue, like I said, was just the fact that I have realized, um, I think I have realized that I didn't realize there was this much issues in nursing. What I may if you remind me of the epiphany, it'll come back to me. BSN. Okay, so you started this year or last month, I mean, and so you'll be done in 24. Congratulations. What do you think of the program so far, Kashay? What do you think of the program, or what do you think of nursing so far? So, Kashay, while you're here, I am going to post about this later, but I am doing classes on study tips for nursing school. Also doing classes on critical thinking and study school, and nursing school. So if you ever decide you're interested in that, let me know. They're $10 per class, but if you're interested in that, let me know because I'm doing a class tomorrow as an example on those things, but on study tips and note taking tomorrow. But I'm just saying, like, if you're ever interested, just let me know, and I will post it to YouTube eventually. I just haven't did it yet because I've been doing this on TikTok for a while. Um, you said another issue was that they opened the floodgates to everyone. Oh, wait! I did not know that. So another issue was they opened the floodgates to everyone. Healthcare workers are not. When when okay. Hey, Utopian Queen, how you doing? You know me, Utopian Queen. No, actually has more to do with well, yes, it does have to do with racism, but it's more so in nursing. So if you watch that last video that I posted it like maybe 5 or 6 days ago on my thoughts of the millionaire, I mean million, sorry, millionaires march. they've since changed the name. So if you watch that video, I simply said what my thoughts were on it, that I wasn't going to participate on it because of certain reasons. And then the hate that was in the comments, I always say a hit dog will holler, and you'll find out why. Um, you'll find out exactly why once you see the video and then you look at the comments. Cachet says, we are studying Florence Nightingale right now. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. And what are they saying about Florence right now? You really ain't even got to tell me because I already know. I'm sure they're telling you lies. So yeah, I realize that racism is alive and well after all of our African American girls were cut 7. Yes, yes, yes. You did tell me that. I remember that. Now I didn't know about all of them. You said you may have told me that, but I forgot. All of them were cut 7 weeks in. Wow. Oh, I see. So you telling me? Let me get this straight. People who are not even healthcare workers are a part of this march. So it's not even a million nurses. It's not even nurses no more. See, not that you can't have other people, but when was that part of it? You said it was alive and well, but it was just so blatant in your face. It had never been like that. Yep, I understand. And when you see things like that, that's when it opens your eyes. Like, okay, oh my gosh, you see things for what it actually is. That's you have an awakening, so to speak. Um, Mother of nursing. Yep. Yeah. Don't you go if you go in there and say, did y'all know she was a racist? And I wouldn't say all that, but just saying if you happen to say something like that, Kashay, you see what happened. We'll talk about that at another time. Or they'll. I'm telling you, if I could go back to nursing school, I would call some people out so quick. If I go back to nursing school when we talk about some Florence, a matter of fact, I do this in my class. There was another a nurse educator who came in talking about Florence and talking about, all these accolades that she had. I said, no, actually, that's not true. She was actually a racist and a bigot. And I said all that in the class in front of nursing students, and I did not care. I will continue to do that. I said, yeah, we need to go look at our nursing history. We were all taught wrong. And so, anyway, that's kind of, what how this all spun from there. I hate that. I mean, it's not that I hate that they teach about her. There's nothing wrong with teaching about her. But are you also learning about Mary Mahoney and Mary C. Cole and Jesse Scales? Are you learning about them as well? Like, learn about everybody. And I guarantee they're not doing that. I do remember that, Four of a Kind. We talked about your aggressive behavior. I remember that. I do remember that. Okay, so back to Raina. Wait, let me get this straight because I think I'm missing something. Are we saying? Oh, I understand, Kashay. I don't blame you. Keep it civil. Keep it civil. But me with my mouth, I'd be like, listen, did you all, what about the rest of her history? Did you know that she also, and this is the thing. There's an article, Cachet, called look up the article, it's on Google, called The Racist with the Lamp or something like that. The Racist with the Lamp. Look that up and take that to class with you and show them that. You ain't gotta say nothing. And that's from a journal article, mind you. That's research based. So it's not you coming up with stuff. You said, so Raina, let me get this straight. You telling me, I want to make sure I understand this right. You're saying at this march that they're also going to have not just nurses, but just people in general there marching, which kind of defeats the purpose. I'm not saying that you don't need to have allies that are non-nursing, but when you're padding your numbers like that, it gives me a concern. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know. You said you did learn about them. The biggest emphasis was on Florence. We didn't even learn about them in our program. They taught all. Okay, well, good. They're getting better with that then. Even though they don't talk about the truth behind Florence, that's good that you should talk about other people because at nursing school, when I went to school, we didn't talk about nobody else. Oh, the members, are you talking about of the Facebook group are not all healthcare workers, or do you mean the people who are going to this march are not healthcare workers? The members of that Facebook group? Because you know what? I think you're right. And why I say that is because one of the people who commented on my page, commented on my video, was saying that they were part of the group that where the black nurse came from. So I'm like, what are we talking about here? Like, how are you part of this group? So that's what you're saying. The members of like the Facebook when it first started. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think they said all that. I don't think I knew that. Um, you said not one on Florence Nightingale. That may be actually good. So, Cachet, we're talking about the march in general. We're talking about the racism and how nursing schools tend to omit certain things. Um, which is pretty normal. Well, I hope Cachet things continue to go well for you in nursing school. Definitely reach out if you ever happen to need something. Um, and hope just know that the history in nursing is not what you think it is. That's one thing I want you to know. It's not what you think it is. We've been told something different, and we've just kind of ran with it all this time, not knowing that that's not actual and factual. You said all test questions were over the rest of the nurses, not one on Florence. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. So the classes are you're welcome. You're welcome, Cachet. Is it Quiche or Keshe? Cachet. Um, so if you look at I got to replace them with March flyers. But if you look at the very top of my pinned area at the top of my page, you will see like three pinned videos, and they're basically videos on classes that I'm offering. They're $10 each, and for instance, study tips and note taking. Quiche. Okay, thank you. Um, study tips and note taking. Today I did a pre nursing one. I do tomorrow. I'm doing study tips and note taking. Next week I'm doing critical thinking. So these are classes basically that I'm giving to help nursing students or pre-nursing students navigate the nursing world, basically nursing school world, and helping them learn how to study, prepare for nursing exams, because it's not the same as your prerequisites are. Like in terms of memorization, you just can't memorize and think you can get through a program. Um, yeah, just let me know. So I'm gonna post. They're posted on the thing. If you decide that you want to do that, you simply need to cash out me the $10 for each class that you want to do, and put your email in there. People are not putting their email in there, so I can't send them the Zoom link. We do it over Zoom. And so again, the study tips and note taking is no, it's actually live. It's live. I'll give you the Zoom link the day before, and you log on that said time, and we have interaction. So I do the presentation, and then I have Q&A section where you can ask questions along the way, or you can ask questions at the end. And my spokesman ain't on here tonight, but Fatima is one of my spokespeople, where she will, she has taken the class. I've had several of us taking the class where they have said since when they went to school and took their test, like, okay, now they're doing better on their test. So some people told me they went from failing classes to passing classes with A's and B's when they were failing before, because they actually used my study tips. So yes, whenever you get into the program or pre-nursing, even if you're really close to the program, like if you're going to start sometime soon, um, then to go ahead and join one of those classes, and it will definitely help you. It's just a different way of studying. So, like for instance, they're on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, and Sunday. The Saturday classes are usually at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, and the Sunday classes are usually at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So my like right now, my time is 9:20 p.m. So whatever your time is, accordingly. So if you're Eastern Standard Time, you will be 10:20 or whatever happens to be. And so my time is 9:20. So tomorrow the class for study tips and note taking is at 1 o'clock my time. So typically on the weekends, 11 on Saturdays, 1 o'clock on Sundays for whatever class it happens to be, Central Standard Time. So and people have told me, come back and say, you know what, that class has helped me so much. Thank you so much. It's helped me. It's helped me. Um, so yeah, maybe you can use a few of the tips. You said you want to bring your B's and um to A's. Yeah. So maybe you're doing something well, obviously already. If you're making B's, you're doing something very well. But yeah, so when it comes to the study tips and things like that, just let me know if you're interested in one. Um, I think anyway, you'll if you see go to the pin post on the very first row, you will see the dates of the classes. BKP says her school days are over. Mine too. For now, anyway. I done did my all my classes, education for now. Thank you, Raina, for the likes. I appreciate you. So over on YouTube, I'm going to be bringing that same those same classes. I'm going to post about them or do a video on them. About those classes. So anybody who's a nursing student, if they want to participate in those classes, they can do the same as well, pre-nursing or nursing student, regarding regarding what was I gonna say? Regarding the classes on study tips, note taking, critical thinking, things like that. And those are the things that you're definitely going to need in nursing school is study tips, note taking, how to do that. If you're doing well, hey Nurse Tough Love, thank you so much. If you're doing well on your classes, then you're fine. You know, but people who need extra help, I'm here to help them if they want help in their classes. How are you, Nurse Tough Love? You know what? Let me tell you something, Tough Love. I saw that video. I saw that video of when Keisha, yes, they do. Most all of them have a dosage cal test. Yes. Some have one every single semester. Some have it just in your on your actual test. So let me tell you, I understand that because I watched your video and I listened to you and I saw you go through those changes in terms of transitioning from the previous situation to being a single mom and how that works. And let me tell you, I felt every last one of those videos. Never said anything because I just didn't want to draw attention to it. But I have been through, am going through those exact same, a little bit further ahead because I put my husband out in May of 2020, and even though it's 2022, it's still something to have to navigate when you have kids that you have to take care of, and you used to have help, and even if the help was minimal, you had some help, or a second adult that you could watch the kids while I go take a shower or something like that. It's very hard, so I want to commend you. I know how hard it is. I'm right there with you. My kids are a little bit older, so it makes it a little bit easier, but they haven't been this old always. I just want to let you know that I know exactly what you're going through. Um, and I've been watching you, and it gets better. It gets better. There's some depression that goes with it. Believe you me, there's some depression that goes with it, but it does get better over time. So, what is my advice? What are my advice on writing these BSN papers? Um, I honestly say you need to get, you know, in terms of writing papers, APA 7th edition. If you're not familiar with it and don't know how to do it, you need to go ahead and get Perla. There's a software called Perla that will set it up for you. Will set your papers up for you. So Perla is something that you can use. It's per Perla is software. Sorry, my phone's about to die. So Perla is software that you can use. You can download it. Go to perla.com and find out. And you can get software that helps you do your papers for you. Also, you can go to purdueowl.com. You can look things up there. But the way I like about Perla, you create your paper in Perla. It does your grammar for you. It does your APA for you. Excuse me, it stays updated on the latest on the APA, so it automatically changes it over for you when it needs to change. So when we went from sixth edition to seventh edition, mine would automatically change over for me. I didn't have to go do anything about anything else special. So Perla is what I like. There's, like I said, there's Purdue Owl. Of course, if you go to a BSN like at a university or college, most places like that have a writing lab. Take yourself to the writing lab, and they're supposed to guarantee you a letter grade difference in your paper. So you have all those resources out there, Writing Lab, Perla, Purdue Owl, a APA book, and of course you can type in whatever online. That's the biggest thing is learning how to write cite in APA because I take up a lot of points for my students on that. So just be mindful of that. So when it comes to dosage cal, you need to go to dosagehelp.com. So Kishay, dosagehelp.com if you're needing help with that, dosagehelp.com. So HELP.com. Go to that website. It will help you with dosage cal, setting up problems, practice questions, the whole nine. Dosagehelp.com. You say you added well be sure into the mix. That's what you got to do sometimes, and that's it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. You said took a whole shower and heard you say study tips. Yeah, so a nurse life, the classes that I offer, um, they're $10 a class. I do a class on study tips, note taking, create. What did I just say? Critical thinking, and there's a few more on there. If you have to be interested in one, you simply just cash out me the $10, the class that you want to do, and make sure your email is in the notes, and we set that up. And so again, students have come to me saying, or students, people who have did the class have come back saying how how the class was, and that they their grades have went up as a result of that. So like I said, Four of a Kind seems to be doing pretty good. So she may not need it, but most of us are not taught how to properly prepare for. Thank your user 556. We're not prepared how to prepare for nursing school. We're just not taught it. And we have to wing it a lot of times. So I'm trying to make sure that people don't have to wing it, that they can know actual technique and not fail multiple tests before they figure it out. That's my goal. Um, you said you said Cookie said I'm learning more from you than the teachers. Well, thank you. I don't know what that says about them, but thank you. So yeah, definitely, if you're interested, definitely, do one of those classes. I guarantee you, if you follow those instructions that I do in the class, then you will definitely have your grades go up as a result. People are kind of uh, like, I don't know how to study. I don't know how to prepare for tests. I'm thinking I'm using whatever, and those tips aren't working. I'm studying the same way I was studying for my prereqs, and it does not work. You cannot study the same way you're studying for prereqs. It's just totally different. Nursing school is different because nursing school is not memorization. Nursing school is application. And so when you realize it's application and not memorization, you realize that's not going to work anymore. Just to sit there and put anything down, or just think you can regurgitate facts when you can't do that. Um, what about the letter of interest? What do you mean letter of interest? When you say letter of interest, what do you mean? My phone is about to die. All right. So what do you mean about the letter of interest? What do you mean by that? Well, Four of a Kind, whatever you're doing is definitely working. So I don't know much. You don't need much more help. But the thing is, I'm here for you if you need something. So if you happen to need, if you decide you want to take one of the classes, just let me know. Again, the link, not the link, but the information is in the pin section. I will be posting March classes by later in the week. For people who are interested in March classes next month. Yeah, sure. They're gotta get redone tomorrow. This is the old. These are my old. You see my nails. This is the old ones. These were for Valentine's Day, which that's coming up on Monday. But I'm getting my nails redone tomorrow. Um, you said I'm paying for tuition and my daughter go gets it. She says she want to go to. Okay, thank you, Cookie. I appreciate that. So yeah, because I don't see one thing I don't play about. We talk about how we don't play about our kids and stuff like that. I don't play about my students either. If you're coming here to learn, you're gonna learn. If you're coming with the right mindset, you're gonna get something out of this program or out of my class. You may not learn nothing else in other classes, but my class you're gonna learn from. And that's something that I can say no matter what class I teach, I say that about all of them. If you come to um my class, you're going to be able to, when I'm talking about my class for real in real life, you're going to come out with something. So that's the reason why I said, well, let me bring that same thing over to YouTube here soon. Of course, uh I do the classes here for TikTok, and people are saying like, "Yep, that has helped me so much in my classes." It's a lot of work though, but that it has helped though. So, um, you said apply for nursing school program that requiring letter of interest. Any tips? So yeah, what you need to say when it comes to a letter of interest is simply say something along the lines of, you know, why, for one, why that program. For number two, you want to know about their, you need to be looking up their mission statement and their philosophy or whatever happens to be vision statement. And you would say something along the lines that, whatever your philosophy is or what you want to do for nursing, or why you want to be a nurse kind of aligns with their vision statement or mission statement, because that tells them you've looked into their program and what it's about. So you want to research your program, know about the program, know about their mission statement, their vision statement, their philosophy if they have one, and kind of get an idea. That this program is this, that, and the other. Like I went to a faith-based program for my DMP, and I mentioned something about being faith-based, that what my religious beliefs were and how it aligned with their vision and da 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 da. I was just on and on about that. Talk about why you want to be a nurse. Talk about the outcomes you're going to have, and talk about how going to their school is going to help you accomplish whatever your goals are and whatever your future goals are. That, therefore you're interested in attending their program and eager to learn, and on and on and on. Just put all that in there. So basically all that's the gist of it in terms of an interest letter. All right. Well, YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and log off of here in the stream. If you all have any questions or whatever, if you're interested in sign up for any classes, if you watch this video, um, then you can, message me or leave a comment at the end of this video right here and let me know that you're interested in the classes that I'm talking about. But I will actually have a formal video on YouTube about the classes that I offer as well. So you all have a good afternoon.